Good morning, everyone. I would have clicked it faster, but the Stream Deck decided to restart. How is everyone this morning? We heard that. Steven is on his way up. He's almost done. It is chilly in the house this morning. Oh, that is a full cup of whatever you made. Hey, can you hand me the glasses cleaner that's right next to the monitor before you use it? Thank you.
Oh man. Okay. I did it.
Welcome.
They are gross. I don't need that. I'll just use my shirt. Hi everybody.
I went to hit unmute and to switch the camera, and the Elgato was like, no, doo-doo-doo.
Did it do the thing where
It goes dark and it made the noise and then it comes back up?
because you touched it and there was static?
There was a very small static.
I know. It doesn't matter. If there's any electricity even kind of in the world,
If you're thinking about
if you're thinking about electricity, that's how it works. I've never seen a product so delicate. Anyway, good morning everyone. You may have noticed we added hot chocolate. And in, in honor, I'm also having some hot chocolate. And it's nice. This is gingerbread.
Uh-huh.
Is
it good?
Mel got me a,
Variety pack?
yeah, a sampler. And, it's good. It's very good. I had previously tried the mint chocolate chip one, which was very noticeable.
Yeah. You're not a fan of mint.
I'm not a super huge
Yeah.
fan of mint. Like, it's fine. But this is good. It's obviously much more mild than mint.
The mint one?
Because it's just, that is by nature more mild. Jules is here. Hi, Jules. So here's the thing. Normally what happens is, I don't mind having something, having something a little sweet to eat. But that's because I'm always having, like, black coffee. So on a morning like today, when I'm like, okay, I'm going to have a sweet drink, I was like, well, I don't want a sweet food. I want something not sweet. So I went with oatmeal. And I guess technically it's somewhat sweet because this is what is it? Brown sugar and cinnamon, I think. So like technically it's sweet, but it's not. In my humble opinion, it's not that.
It's not that sweet.
Noticeable. It's not the same as eating like a Pop-Tart. You know.
Yeah.
Just enough sweetness to not be, bad. Also, goodness. The high P train has pulled into the station. Okay, that's fine. All aboard. It sounded like you ran to the platform.
He wants to get on the train.
You got a big old puff tail, and now you're walking into the closet. That's okay. That's fine. Ma'am. It's been... For the past few days have been pretty good. I've been getting some stuff done. Last night, I had a bit of a scare. And I wanted to talk about it because it you will find it funny. But at the moment when I got an email, and it's an email that you like never want to get. And it's definitely worth talking about. Buddy. Come here. You think maybe he pooped?
Maybe.
Coffee.
So he got a little crazy? Just a little crazy. Just a little bit. Okay. Let me tell you this story. I got an email last night. Let me pull up the actual email, because if I read it to you, then I can use the wording that they used.
Coffee.
Okay. When you get an email,
Coffee.
anyone who does YouTube for a living will back me up on this. You get an email with the subject line that says, StephenVlog, your content has been removed from YouTube. I'm sitting at my desk. It's, 11 p.m.
Coffee.
And I see that come across my phone, and I'm like, that's not good. So start reading. Hi, StephenVlog. We wanted to let you know our team reviewed your content, and we think it violates our sex and nudity policy. And I read that, and I was like, really?
Coffee.
Really? We know you may not have realized this is a violation of our policies, so we're not applying a strike to your channel. However, we have removed the following content from YouTube. It was a thumbnail. They removed a thumbnail. Chaz, could you show the thumbnail on screen? Could you show what it was that they removed? Yeah. So, anyway, there's, there was a spot to appeal it. And, I was talking with Chaz about it. And he's like, you have to appeal it. He's like, because even though they didn't give you a strike, it's probably something where there's a low-level thing in the system.
That's like Steven's had a thumbnail removed one time.
Exactly, and he's right. So I appealed it, and like when you go to write the appeal, like what do you even say? I was writing. I was like, this is pastrami. I was like, clearly a sandwich. That's it. That's like, I didn't know what else to write. So I submitted it. And it, I understand because they have, there's machines that are doing all of the stuff now. It's all some sort of machine learning. And it clearly got a little mixed up when it saw my pastrami sandwich. But I sent the appeal, and within like minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, I had a thing come back that was like, we've re-reviewed your content, and you're right. It's a sandwich. I'm like, yeah.
Good morning to you too.
So I thought I would share that because it was it was a funny story. Getting a removed content from YouTube is never a good one. To see that addressed to StephenVlog is really confusing. To see it then say sex and nudity, I was like, because like immediately your mind is racing to like everything I've shot in 11 years. I'm like, what? And then it shows up. It's like the most recent one, and I'm like, the sandwich. And it's like, we had to remove your thumbnail.
Coffee.
And the other thing that was so strange is, like, you know that the thumbnail was in the video, right? Like, it's a frame. It's a frame inside the video. But again, it's a machine. It's a machine.
Were you cold?
Oh, he purring hard, isn't he?
He happy.
Thank you all for the train. I appreciate it. It's just that first email that they sent.
Gave you a brief fright.
It did, and also it said at the beginning of the email, you know, the team has reviewed your video, and like, they're not particularly wrong, but the team in this context is
a computer.
The computer. The computer is a team member, so. And in that email further down, they're like, "Hey, we want to let you know our normal review team is swamped because of COVID, and we have computers that are doing this, and if it gets it wrong, please bear with us." And I was like, "Okay, well, I have bared with you. Please restore my sandwich."
Jules says that's nice they included Hal on their team. Afraid I can't let you do that.
I'm afraid I can't let you show that sandwich, Steven. Okay, that's my fun story for the morning. Now let's start reading some stuff. We got 11 months from Holy Poem. Ice Chocobo gives quite a few subs. One to Tote Bag Hottie, Toe Bagel, Tote Babies, and Toter Bagel. There's a theme. 19 months from Tony 2125O. 28 months from Phelps Out. 22 months from Isashi09. Raisins in my toast from Gami, who says, "Good morning, grandparents. It took some planning, but I'm here. Greetings from the West Coast. Sending lots of love."
Good morning.
Hope you've had enough sleep. I'm always hopeful.
Pastrami monolith.
Anytime someone says they're on the West Coast, I'm just like, well, I hope, you know. No. Well. Okay. Then, you know, I hope you get through the day just fine. Or there's a brief nap in your future.
Do you like the cup because it's warm?
That's the hope.
Is that why you're shoving your face on my coffee cup?
It's just something that he needs to, you know, shove his face on. Jules, you got 8 hours?
Jules' resub message said, "I just woke up."
Oh my goodness. I mean, I actually really like waking up that early. Like, between 6 and 7. I always liked to, you went to sleep at 10 p.m.? That's really good. That's really good. Yeah, I like to go to bed, if I can go to bed like at that time, because then I can wake up.
Coffee.
And I really like seeing the sunrise. That's really nice. But there's something really nice about sitting on the couch at like between 6 and 7 and watching like morning news with coffee, like as the sun comes up. I really like that. We haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah.
Our schedule is basically now, you know, 8 to 12. Jill says, "I just don't like being tired at 6 p.m. Yeah, I mean, I think that would also be harder with housemates, because, you know, if no one else is doing that, then it would be a little weird. But like with me and Mal, if we go to bed at the same time and it's just us, and Kepler will adjust, then it's not so bad.
Kepler just wants to snuggle, so whenever we get in bed, he's thrilled. He's like, ooh.
He's like, it's snuggle time has begun. We got 23 months from Spinach Wrap, almost there. 27 months from Harmon TG. 10 months from Ravenclaw. Good morning, all. I'm back from my breakfast stream hiatus. Basically, since my dad passed, I've been working on my mental health, and I'm happy to say I'm in a really good state right now. I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Well, that's good to hear. Mm-hmm. Continued good vibes sent your way, Raven. I hope everything continues to stay in a good state. We got 4 months from Electrife. 24A from Kazeumi, 2 years. 7 from Elfie Goldfish. 5 from Roman Through the Field. We got 500 bits from Monkey CLD. Morning, Stephen Amell. Confess to being mostly a lurker here, but when the chat and artists ran with my questions about the existence of Zorox Friday, I really felt a part of the community. Thanks for all you do, and especially thanks to the community. Yeah, anyone who either wasn't here Friday or doesn't normally catch the Breath of the Wild streams, there's been a lot of discussion lately about the, like, creation of new races within Hyrule through combining the pre-existing ones. So we have Goroks, which are Goron Koroks, and now we also have Zoroks, which are Korok Zoras. It's been interesting. It's been interesting, and none of it feels like incredibly far-fetched.
Yeah.
Kind of, it's like one of those things that, to an extent, I'm just sort of waiting for like a Zelda game that's like, yeah, we did it. We did it. And there's been some really incredible art that's come out of it. I know Jared Dillon had done some that, honestly, they looked like illustrations that you'd find in a manual or a player's guide.
Someone
Like,
did
they
like a
look real.
family picture.
Yeah.
That one was good too.
Yeah.
There's some other really good ones that were just showing off different ways that could happen.
Yeah.
Or what would result, rather.
Yeah, we know how it happens. Listen, I already got content removed from YouTube once. I only did it 2 days in a row.
Hi. We're gonna snuggle time.
Oh, we got 24 months
There we go.
from Laney Bears, who says, 24 months, hope you two and Kepi are having a good day. So far, so
You
good.
having a good day? Oh, you're having a good day.
Hoping for a continued good day. We're going to be doing a First 20 stream today. So, be sure to keep that in mind if you're free in a bit. I'm going to be probably streaming...
You. Not where.
Yeah, sorry, the royal we.
The royal we.
I'll be streaming probably, let's just aim for 3 p.m. Eastern. I hope to be live before that, but 3 p.m. is probably a better, let's just aim for that. I got a few games. Actually, I have one game to play. I thought it was going to be 2. Turns out it's 1. I have one game to definitely play, and then I have like a big, huge, open buffet of choices. So chat will be making some choices for me. So I'm looking forward to that. Again, I could be live a little bit earlier than that, but historically, not. Historically, it ends up being at 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's a game buffet.
He's so cute.
I mean, it's not like a Golden Corral. It's not like there's 100 choices. It's like what's a buffet that only has like 6 things? I mean, probably not a very good buffet.
Cafeteria style.
Yeah, it's a oh, what's the thing? Not a Ruby Tuesday. Ruby Tuesday's that's not a cafeteria anymore. Now it's like a sit-down place where you order.
I have not been to one of those since we went with Thomas in Columbia.
Yeah, but even back then it was a Ruby Tuesday.
That was a salad bar.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going with a Shoney's because I'm trying to think of bad buffet, and I'm like, Shoney's. When I was a kid, though, Shoney's...
I didn't know Shoney's had a buffet, but I've never been.
Oh, yeah, Shoney's had a buffet. Shoney's had a breakfast buffet that I loved. As a kid, Shoney's was like, oh my god, we get to go to Shoney's? Thank you, DC Reese. Piccadilly was what I was thinking of, but I had confused it with Ruby Tuesday. Piccadilly was the one I was thinking of. Man. Oh. I kind of miss Shoney's, but I also know that if I went as an adult, it wouldn't be as good as I remember as a kid. I've lived a lot of experiences. I've eaten a lot of food. I've made food at home, and I don't think it would be as good as I remember. That's fine. Someday. Anyway, we got 6 months from Abela Bexabadandraba. I'm gonna keep getting close. First time subbing for myself. Love y'all's content. I was first drawn to your LPs because of how funny you are without relying on profanity. Well, thank you. I've tried to keep that low. If I can help it. We dabble in crude humor and also uploading images of pastrami, apparently. But fortunately, we that's about it. That's about it. Unless you're watching Stephen and Friends, Jesus, I can't help you if you walk into that realm.
That's everyone but you.
Listen, once you get Alex and Dan there, I can't be responsible. I can't. I don't know what they're gonna say. 5 months from James EP, who says, yay, 5 months. 14 months from Way Boone, who says, 14 months, here we go. We have 301 bits from Andrew in the kitchen. Look at that. With the up.
That was right at 9.
It's Jeff's up arrow star rain. I made that. I mean, I didn't make it. It's a pre-existing asset that has existed in DDR games for 20 years. I took it and then I put a pattern on it. That's all I did. But still, look at that. Quite a few people have that. Yeah, Jeff's been doing the DDR. I got a long way to go to catch Jeff. So whenever I check up on Jeff and he's like passing level 14, so I'm like, I'm not quite back to my high school abilities. I'm getting there. The way I'll know is that I can, in high school I could survive A on expert, which is an 11 footer. And I haven't survived that yet. I can get really close to the end of the song, but I haven't survived that song yet. So, every time I play, I'm getting a little bit better. But Jeff is he's doing the good. He's also probably playing a little more than me.
Yeah.
And also started playing a year before me, so it's probably going to make a difference. But it's fun.
How's your hot chocolate?
It's good. Did you want to try it?
Yeah. No, just give me the cup. Don't give me the handle. Spin it around again.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Here you go. Thank you. That's good.
Thanks. Oh, yeah, I have food. Oh, this
I'll
is
read
gonna
alerts.
Yeah, this is gonna...
Summer Essential resub 9
Oh, it's
months.
gonna get cold. Oh,
9
no.
months, I choose to get a kitty, and I will call him Totoro in the hope that he will grow up big, strong, and fluffy, and maybe a little magical.
I want to see that one.
Yeah, we'll watch that one, maybe. We'll see. We have that one. I do want to see it, though. I want to watch that one subbed, though.
I have no opinions about that. You choose. I'll watch whatever.
It's just... I want to hear it subbed. I started watching it subbed in high school, in Japanese class. I just didn't finish it. DC Racer resub 14 months. Yay, 14 months. This Twitch baby is getting on my nerves now. Can I trade it in for a puppy? Hi.
I mean,
Are you
yeah,
done?
I guess so, yeah.
Are you done? He wants on your lap.
I don't think you trade it in. I think you just turn it. It's magic. You just every few months you just turn it into. Yeah, Liners, it's not real life. It's okay. It's the same. It just takes a different form. There you go.
Galactic Ambition resubbed 11 months. I'm always at work during breakfast streams, so I'm glad I could be here this morning. Welcome.
Do you want this?
I do, thank you. Jazzak resubbed for 26 months. Morning, everyone. I haven't been watching live much lately because of work, but I'm off today. Enjoy your day off.
Have yourself a Coke. Something you like, something sweet.
63 Phils resubbed 10 months. Not been able to hang out live much recently, but always happy to be here when I can.
Glad you're here.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of people are tuning in this morning. Have off for the day or whatever.
I'm happy for that.
Line Rider resubbed 5 months. This month is interim where we all take a single class that's worth an entire semester in just 4 weeks. The class can feel rushed, but it's not too busy overall. Despite majoring in math, this is my first ever statistics course.
That's the one Mal really liked.
No, I did not.
Oh, wait, that's the one Mal really hated.
Disliked.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I liked geometry.
Well, enjoy statistics. Mal hated it.
I had a terrible professor.
Makes a big difference.
I'm sure I've told the story before, but I was told to take stats, and I got halfway through, and then I had a meeting with my, whoever the person is that, like, oversees your classes.
Guidance counselor?
Yeah, but it was in college.
College guidance counselor?
I don't know, it was someone, I was currently undeclared at that point for a major. Academic advisor, thank you, Brandon. And, they were like, well, how's that stats class going? And I was like, awful. And they were like, who do you have? And I told them, and they were like, oh yeah, we have trouble with that professor. And I was like, oh great, thanks.
That's not good.
Yeah, it was awful. Jules resubbed 11 months. I just woke up?
Proud of you. Much earlier than I would have even expected, but...
It's early over there.
I like working through the day. So that's the one thing that I feel productive at night for sure, but my issue is that if I wake up and there's not very much daylight left, or worse, I wake up and it's night, it hurts my soul.
Yeah.
I have a hard time getting things done if I wake up and it's evening already.
Yeah. I like sunlight. Mm-hmm. I get really bad seasonal affective disorder, and it was a lot worse when I lived in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
So, that helps me. Layla 3 resubbed 12 months. No message, but thank you.
Thank you.
You don't have to clap, you're eating your oatmeal.
I'm trying. I'm really scarfing it down.
Gonzo Tinkerman resubbed 14 months. It took a while, but I'm finally getting started on my new career as a copywriter. Thanks for all the fun videos to listen to during my studies and practically every other part of my days.
That's really cool. That's that's a unique career path, but also one that a lot of people here are familiar with because of Shigesato Itoi.
Yeah.
Who is a famous Japanese copywriter, but also made the Mother series. So, I don't know if you knew that. I just assume everyone knows all of the information I know.
Yeah.
It's a really bad way of living life. It's like, well, you know about this, right? And then equally, no one knows the things that I don't know. It's like, it's a shame that we don't know this piece of information.
He's done a lot.
You had a long career.
Sombermink91 resubbed 19 months. No message, but thank you, Sombermink. Lilac Olagochi resubbed 4 months. Good morning, it's been 4 months already. Wow, how's everybody's January going so far?
It's a bit of a loaded question. There are good parts.
Yeah.
There are good parts. I try to remember that even during some of the months of last year, even in those months, there's good parts. So I try to focus on the good parts.
Dark Sky Destiny resubbed 26 months. 26 months! You're just staring. Thank you, Dark Sky Destiny. Pink Motema sent 300 bits. So I started referring to my kitty's food as giving them scoop. thanks to you guys, and one of them already learned scoop equals food. The power you hold.
Scoop is a good word for food too, because generally, unless you run an ice cream shop or something,
You're not saying
like
scoop
you're really not
on a
using
regular basis.
Yeah, that's not really a word that I find us using for us often. Mm-hmm. So that's a good word that you can just delegate to your pets.
Yeah.
And it's fun to say because you
Like-
can add as many O's as you want.
Scoop.
Yeah.
Like, I know my dad can't use the word treat around the dogs because they just lose their minds over it. So he just says, like, oh, they're going to get a T just to abbreviate it to the first initial. And they started to learn that now.
That's not great.
The One True Zeering resub 12 months. 1 year I'm attempting to get into the swing of a new semester of college. Could I get some good vibes, or would that be a waste of the magic?
There is no wasting the magic.
Yes, good vibes to you.
Good vibes are infinite. Good vibes, like love, have no... There's not a finite amount. Which is good.
Yeah. Callium resub 13 months. Good morning. I've been feeling sick these past days and thought I'd have to skip breakfast stream, but I feel much better this morning.
Oh, that's
Good to hear that.
I like it whenever, if I haven't been feeling well and I wake up and I'm like, oh, I just feel better. But also, there's a lot going on while you sleep. Like, while you sleep, there's a lot, your body's like repairing itself and stuff. Mm-hmm. Jill says, I only have 3 love to give, sorry. I don't even know how you would measure that. I don't know what a unit of love is. Either way, I hope
Teaspoons.
you get 3 teaspoons. I hope you make more soon.
Sharhutch97 resub 7 months. Good morning, all. Steve and I will be going to Charleston in November. Any recommendations on places I should really visit or eat at?
Oh man. So honestly, just walk downtown.
Yeah.
I don't really have like a better Charleston recommendation than that. Like, there's stuff to do, but like you can spend an entire day just walking the downtown part of the city, which is historic. It's been here since a long time ago.
There's a market you can walk down. I'm sure we've shown it on the vlog before.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people weaving traditional sweetgrass baskets, and then we tend to like go
We'll
to the
walk the
water,
Battery.
and then we'll walk along that. But then you miss Rainbow Row, so you need to catch Rainbow Row, which is a bunch of houses that are painted really brightly. And then you can walk down to the Battery and see the old houses, and they have they still have damage from the Civil War, which is neat.
Yeah,
But you don't know that unless like you take the tour. And if you're gonna take the tour,
I mean, they know that now.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Well, like if
you just shared that knowledge.
So there's horse-drawn carriages, and you can take a tour of downtown Charleston, and they'll point out neat things about the buildings or whatever. Thomas said King and Queen Streets. Hang around there. Yeah. But when you take the horse-drawn carriage tour, they don't take every carriage down to the Battery to point out the houses on the Battery that like got damaged from cannonballs and stuff. Only a certain number of them can go down there because of zoning, and the people that actually live there don't want that many horses down there and tourists going down there. So it's like a lottery system of who gets to go down there. So
Yeah.
if you're going to take the carriage, don't assume you're going down there to the Battery because it's a lottery system. But you can walk down there and see things.
We never touched on what to eat, but like anything,
Yeah.
it's all very good. You can eat.
Thomas says the aquarium. Yeah, the aquarium is
Yeah, there's the
supposedly
aquarium.
really good. I have not been to that, though.
I haven't been to the aquarium in a while, but
That's where they take all the sea turtles to rehabilitate them when they come in with injuries or they're
yeah,
sick.
there's a lot of good places to eat. I hate to be like just Yelp it when you're downtown, but it's a really good option.
Yeah.
There's a lot of just good food there. a little ways out. Well, no, there's one in Charleston, but we usually go to the Mount Pleasant one. But I've also always loved Kickin' Chicken, which there are better places to eat than Kickin' Chicken, but I really like.
If you're in the mood for that, that's
if you're in the mood for cheese-filled soft pretzels dipped in ranch, which I always am, I recommend it. 200 bits from Colin McVicker, thank you. Ocarina of Time gives a sub to Lee Chuan. 510 bits from LB, who says, hype for hot chocolate. Good. We're excited to add that because...
What's hot chocolate at?
313. That's pretty, that's pretty quick. Mm-hmm. That's pretty quick. Whenever we introduced eggnog, everyone was like, oh man, we wanted hot chocolate. And we were like, your opinions have been noted. So now we're introducing hot chocolate. 300 bits from Caulk9, who says, morning, grandparents. Morning. 4 months from Quill and the Stars. 4 months already. Oh, how the time flies. Good morning, breakfast stream. 300 bits from Aldo says, the addition of hot chocolate has summoned Thomas Hanks the train engine. One day he'll appear on screen. 300 bits from Am in Iowa. Appreciate it. 300 bits from Fierce Kid, who says, hype plane. When you go from train up to plane.
Yeah.
We got 300 bits from Smash Bryman with the good vibes, Star Rain. And then 21 months from Fuzzy Pickle says, this last Wednesday my partner and I had to put down his dog. We're doing our best to remember the good things, but it's really tough right now. I'd really appreciate any good vibes I can get. Good vibes sent your way. It is hard. The first... I'm tempted to say the first week is hard, but it's like the first 10 to 14 days was
the worst.
Yeah. So don't... My best advice is to just allow yourself to grieve. It's okay. Don't think about it from like I feel like I should be feeling better now. Don't do that. Just allow yourself to feel...
Whatever you're feeling.
Mm-hmm. Because it is hard. Everyone's going to be a little different too. But like, when Sagan passed, it was... Yeah, the 2 weeks was like... The first like 4 days were... I thought the world ended. For 4 days, I thought...
Yeah.
Life was literally over. And then the next 10 were still... awful, but it was like...
And it continued to be sad after that. It just...
Yeah, it's not something you get over either.
Yeah.
I mean, we're now... It's been 11 months, and like, I still think about him almost every single day. But eventually it gets to the point where you can remember fondly. Mm-hmm. So you do get there. But, just allow yourself to be sad. It's okay. I think that's a big takeaway. Is that sometimes there's so much going on in life where like you're expected to do this, that, or the other, and you're like, no, I should be feeling better now. Like I have to move on, and like that's just not how
the opposite also
works.
happens. You'll find yourself happy, and you're like, I shouldn't feel happy right now.
Yeah, that's the.
And then you get sad, and that happens.
Yeah, there's guilt.
Yeah.
Because you had a happy moment, But happiness. The other thing is that happiness is not a state of mind. Happiness is a fleeting emotion that comes and goes throughout your life. So like, those can be separate things. You can be in the process of grieving and have a happy moment unrelated to anything else, and that's okay too. So it's complicated. It's complex and complicated.
Yeah.
We got 300 bits from Elena PT, who says, hopping on the train, haven't been able to join breakfast stream in a while due to work, so happy to start my day off here. Have a great day, y'all. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Elena. We 300 bits from Am in Iowa with the Kepler surprise, Star Rain. Thanks for that. 300 bits from Musi. She says, hopping in on this hype train, can I get some good vibes for my mental health? Been mentally exhausted wanting to move out of my dad's house, but I just can't seem to get out. Feeling a little lost at the moment. Thanks, everyone, and have a good morning. Good vibes sent your way as well.
Mm-hmm.
I sincerely hope that you can get all of that figured out in a way that works out best for your particular situation. Hope things go good. 300 bits from Furious Kitty says, "Wait, it's a train, not me? I'm on a plane." I guess people just collectively decided there's two things going by. It's like a double-decker train, but the second one is in the sky, connected by a series of long pipes. 100 bits from Back in Red. 300 from Ange Min with the Beans Star Rain.
I almost restarted the stream deck.
Mao used that as an opportunity to run that. That's fine. 100 bits from Doan 2300. 306 from Platinum Pikachu with the 8-bit Nom Star Rain. 24 months from Vomicadia, who says 2 years, yeah! Thank you for 2 years. 100 from Starbloom Faye. Furious Kitty gifts a sub to Silent Companion. 300 bits from Ange Min. 500 from Red 2 says, "So in regards to the thumbnail, either someone took food porn literally or that mustard was too hot for YouTube." I would love to believe that it's the mustard. That the computer saw the mustard and was like, "What?
Deli mustard, no."
That's not okay. Probably not, but I'll just have to be, you know, mindful of the deli meats and whatever that I'm shooting in the future, I guess. 28 months from Ultra Husk. Thank you for the sandwich story. That made my day. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It's a French is yellow only algorithm.
YouTube is owned by Big Mustard. Oh no.
We cannot have deli mustard from Small Deli in New York.
16 months from Toaster Wolf says, 16, I finally hit the magic number. Also, off-topic side note, the anti-fog spray for my glasses has been a lifesaver for my sanity. I don't think I've ever used that. Is that like...
It's really good when you're wearing a mask.
Yeah, okay.
Or in the winter.
Yeah, in the winter I could see that being
You can
useful.
find it sometimes with, like, scuba gear. But I'm sure they're putting it in more places now because people are using it.
Yeah, whenever we go out and we have to wear masks, I just put my contacts in. Obviously, not everyone has contacts, but that's how I've been avoiding that. So that's not even something I've really had to think about. Is because my issue is that when I put the mask on, the one that I use ties above my head. So when I do that,
your hair's getting tied in it.
Well, yeah, that's another problem. But like, it pushes on the glasses, so that's an issue. So I just don't wear them. I'm like, no, I'll just wear contacts. 13 months from Ravendark. 13 months. Wow, it was only 2 months old before the world fell to crap. So unrelated. Are you ever going to return to Human Fall Flat's new levels? I want to. It's been something that I've talked about with the group. Those videos are super popular. Like, there's not like a numbers reason we haven't done it. It's just a timing thing. The other thing that I really wish they would do is I wish that they would expand the player count. Because the player count is only 8 people, and that's one of the biggest problems, is we almost always have more than that. I would love it if they would just let us have like 12 people. That would be wonderful. I don't know what the odds of that happening are. Probably not high, but that's what I would really, really love to see. Just allow us to do custom count. 300 bits from Mathed Satsy. I had an awful night of pain last night. You know something's bad when painkillers aren't effective, but a bag of whiskey stones from the freezer finally allow you to sleep. Today the pain's returned and my whiskey stones aren't frozen again yet, so I've got to power through this for a bit.
Good vibes.
Good vibes. What is a whiskey stone?
It is a stone. They tend to be square.
Okay.
That you can freeze and use in place of ice cubes so you don't water down things.
Oh, okay. Neat. That would have been my guess, but I wasn't 100% sure. There was a part of me, just a small part of me, that was like, because I know Satsy's in the UK, I was like, did they call, like, frozen peas whiskey stones? There's a slight part of me that was just kind of hoping that, you know, you have, like, your mashed potatoes, your meat, and your whiskey stones.
Satsy says no.
Okay.
Andrew says no, we do not.
I was... Anyways... Fair. Fair.
You can start now.
Maybe that's the... What's a... You could call them something stones. Green stones.
Pebbles.
They are more like pebbles, aren't
Yeah.
they? Sorry, that conversation went on longer than it needed to. 400 bits from one Becca, who says, thanks to the laughs on Friday, it was great getting you to say the phrase that you said to attempt to call the friend you know. Also, my phone is face down.
When the friend you know called you and the call failed, it was real funny.
Yeah, that was great. Folks have been trying to get me to use Siri to call folks, John, Emil, etc. On Friday, Emil called me because he was watching the stream, so it was funny. But when he called, the call failed. So he called and like we couldn't like hear each other, and then the call dropped, and I was like, the universe itself is in on the joke. It's funny. They're in it from Tiger. Good morning, Stephen and Mal. Today is my first day of classes for this college semester. Can I get some good vibes for good luck? Also, clown.
Good vibes.
Good vibes to you, and then certainly everyone else who is back at school, working towards a new quarter, a new semester. The world is still crazy, but school continues to push forward. So I hope everyone is has had a you know. If it's your first day back, I hope it's a good first day back. Or if you've been in for a week, I hope the week's been all right. 26 months from Jennifer Jack. Hi, Stephen and Mal. I was sorry to hear that Crazed Pikmin fans didn't like how you played story mode. I'm a Crazed Pikmin fan myself, but I like seeing different playthroughs. I think I have watched every single playthrough out there. I hope that you will enjoy the side stories, because I feel like we did really good. But maybe that was just the game patting us on the back. Which it did. It was like, oh, hey, you did good. Looking forward to mission mode, too.
Yeah.
Haven't recorded that yet because we have a little, like, side stories left to post, so it's fine. We don't have to think about it yet, but looking forward to trying it. 9 months from Brianna. 9 months, my Twitch baby has arrived, and I shall name them Willie, after Wildcat Willie, my college's mascot. My classes for the winter semester start today, but thankfully I can still come to Tuesday breakfast stream and Breath of the Wild stream. So a lot of people are starting classes back today then.
Yeah.
Is that... I can't ever... So here's the thing. After I got out of school, I forgot everything about school. And I haven't had a...
And your schooling calendar was different than most. For your college.
Yeah.
Your high school was the same as any other high school.
Yeah.
But your college was different. But this is about the time, like, I went back. I think. Maybe it was a week. It would have been a week ago.
Thomas says lots are starting later because of COVID. Okay. Because I really felt like this was late. Because we're
always,
more than halfway through January.
See, at SCAD, you would leave for Thanksgiving, and you would have all of December off.
Yeah, but otherwise we were pretty... It was pretty normal. Otherwise.
Well, you went back early January compared to everyone else. Because
Okay.
I would have another week. Like, you would be back in class for about a week, and I'd be, like, still on winter break.
Yeah,
And this is about... Martin Luther King Day was yesterday. This is about the time that, like, when I taught high school, like, we'd have halfway through the year. and we'd switch classes to spring semester.
Yeah, it's just... I mean, it is late. We're more than halfway through the first month of the year, so... some start after the first federal holiday, after MLK, after Labor Day. I see. Oh no, it says a lot of schools are canceling spring break, so they're starting a week later. Man.
Our schools have been virtual for 2 weeks, and I think they're going to hybrid this week. I think.
Man, it makes sense. Are we still last in the nation for vaccinations?
So, I mean, there's different metrics, of course, but there was a news article yesterday that was like, South Carolina has gotten the least amount of the vaccine compared to any other state, but we are not last in giving it out.
We're just last in the amount.
Yes.
I mean, we're a smaller
state.
state.
We're like third from the bottom in how many we've given out per capita, I think.
So still not like great.
No, not great.
I think the state that's in the lead is West Virginia still, right?
West Virginia's giving out the most.
Yeah, West Virginia's done a really great job.
They don't have the same system as other places because the government partnered with CVS Pharmacy, and they don't have a lot of those in West Virginia, so they're using smaller medical clinics to distribute the vaccine to people in the high elderly or frontline workers, and so they're able to get it out faster because of that. So it's helping.
Brandon says it's that well-maintained system of country road.
The Dakotas are doing great giving it out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of those things that amidst all of the news.
Yeah.
Because Jesus, there is so much news. I do take solace and hope of the fact that every time I look at the distribution of the vaccine, obviously it can only go up.
Yeah.
And that makes me happy. So every week, a little bit more.
What'd Carly say?
Scroll up for you.
There.
Elementary's going back soon, but I'm still digital learning, and teachers are starting to get vaccinated here in Minnesota, so I'll be waiting for my email. Yeah, probably. I mean, Carly probably get the vaccine in the next month and a half.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess. Yeah. It's we're getting there. It keeps the knowledge that one day we'll get there is what keeps me going.
They were saying on our news that Publix is getting allowed to distribute it as well.
Okay, cool.
So they're going to start doing signups there for the 1A population, the people who are in the 1A group.
Yeah, just to move it a little bit faster. We got 4 months from Sinji41, who says, "Hey y'all, I recently repatroned to your Patreon, and I'm incredibly thankful for your community being so open and kind to new people." I mean, I am also incredibly thankful of that. Yeah, there's some great people. We got great folks here on Twitch, and then equally we have great folks on the Discord. So, thank you to both groups of people. I know obviously there's some overlap there too, but thank you to both groups of people for being fantastic. Appreciate y'all. And then it helps, of course, when you have new people, whether they're coming into the Discord or they're coming into Twitch, that they see, everyone being treated well, except for me, because Brand says the only one who gets haste here is Steven. Yeah. I get a bit of a hard time. And I give my friends a bit of a hard time. I give Thomas a hard time. I give Jules a little bit of a hard time, but it's mostly out of love. It's mostly out of concern for his sleep. 510 bits from LB. He says, I have an eye appointment, an eye doctor appointment today at 2:30, so I'll probably miss some of the stream, but I hope it goes well. Well, thank you. I'm excited. There's a bunch of good, potential games, so. Jules says, what, Steven? Is some of it for sport? Well, yeah. What a ridiculous question. 13 months from Spaceboy333. 13. After being with the community this long, including before my Twitch sub, I was happy to see the email saying that my StephenVlog keychain arrived at the post office, meaning it'll probably arrive today. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know how many of those are left. Probably not very many. Fangamer, because the first batch sold out like almost immediately. Mm-hmm. This was a long time ago. And then Reed wanted to restock them. And he restocked a fair bit of them. And now there's not very many left, but I don't know how many are left. Yes, he says that's still available. Right? Listen, I didn't make the decisions for how many to restock. That was Fangamer's decision. And I was like, that does seem like a lot, but it's fine. As a result, there are still a few left. LB gifted a sub to the Zakatron. 25 months from Unbent Reagent. Also, I can't not think of Bugs Bunny when I hear this. 5 months from Karate Eagle. 4 months from A Good Way Game Leet. Says, glad to have spent 2020/2021 on Twitch more. Same, actually.
Yep.
You know, same. I guess we probably did about as many streams in 2020 as we did in 2019. No, that's not true. We didn't start regularly doing game stream in 2019 until like September, because the first game we really did was Link's Awakening.
Yes.
Yeah, so 2020 was absolutely much busier on Twitch for us than 2019. Yeah. And 2021 will probably ramp up a little bit too at some point. 7 months from Will King Sao, who says, howdy.
Morning.
Morning, Will. Hope your morning's going pretty good.
How did you win all those tickets?
Will's very skilled at the arcade games, Mel. He, plays the arcade games, wins a ticket. 30 bits from Lost Vagabonds says, good morning, grandparents. Last time I posted a life update was about a month ago, so I figured I'd share what's changed. LASIK went very well. My right eye is 20/20, left is 20/30, and should be 20/20 soon. College went great, always in my fall semester, and as of last week, I technically have my master's and just need to go through the formalities to get it processed. Also,
awesome.
Clown. That's
LASIK went well, and
that's a pretty good life update.
College and
cool. I continue to be jealous and not completely jealous of people that have LASIK. The idea of achieving the results is, I'm like, yeah, but still it's, we will laser your eyeballs. I'm like, I don't know about that.
I want to get that done.
You do?
I do. But there's other things I need to worry about first.
You don't say. 28 months from Coffee Cats, who says, it's that time again, subbing to my favorite internet grandparents. Also give Kepler lots of pats.
Kepler. He's sleeping.
Pats have been applied.
Oh, he curled up into a tighter ball than he already was, somehow.
Tighter shrimp. 14 months from CoreK0017. 14 months. Hey, Stephen Amount, if you want to add another movie to your list, try out Dragon Quest Your Story on Netflix. Just watched it and was blown away by how good it was. Someone else had mentioned that at some point, but I don't remember when exactly. Yeah, we've been watching movies.
Yeah.
What is happening, right? We don't watch movies, but we're doing it. It's been really exciting. I have a vlog scheduled for... Wait, did Sunday's vlog? No, yeah, it's Sunday's vlog. That's it. Sunday's vlog is scheduled for
today,
1 p.m. So it'll be out in a few hours. We watched Children of Men. It was my turn to
pick a movie,
mm-hmm. And I picked Children of Men because I hadn't seen it and I'd always heard good things about it, and it was good. It was really good. It was technically very impressive.
From a filmmaking standpoint.
Mm-hmm. There's a few follow shots in the film that are really astounding. early on. There's one, and
Coffee.
me and Mal are watching the movie, and like stuff's going on screen, and I go.
Did you see that?
I was like, holy crap. Holy crap. And I kept saying, like, holy crap. And then eventually we get to a part, and I go, did you see that? And I was like, the thing with the motorcycle? And I was like, do you see what happened? And she goes, no. I was like, there was no cuts. I was like, that was like 4 minutes. And it was one take. There's no cuts. The camera's in the car. It's moving around the car. There's all this stuff happening.
Inside the car, outside the car.
There's a lot happening. Because that scene starts with the ping pong balls. Goes to the flaming car rolling down the hill. Then there's like 100 people on screen. Then they're bashing in the windshield. There's a person on a motorcycle. The motorcycle wrecks. Like, all of that happens. And that's just one thing. And I was like, that's great. And that wasn't the... And then later in the film, there's an even longer one that's even more impressive. Yeah, it was cool. I've seen a lot of people mentioning 1917. And at some point, maybe I'll get a chance to check that out. Yeah, it was, and also the film was good. It was a little heavy. I didn't know a lot about the film. It was a little heavy, especially like for recent news. It was
Yeah.
probably a little heavy, but it was still good. And the plot is fascinating, so I liked it. I don't know if I would recommend it to everyone right this second, but like it was still good. Next week it's Mal's turn.
Yeah.
She'll choose something else. 500 bits from Radio Dread, who says, just stopping by to say hi. I'm working right now since it's almost 4 p.m. and I can't really watch Breakfast Stream live since I get easily distracted. This is why I'm a VOD watcher. Have a great day. Well, you're probably watching this now.
Later.
When it's later, so I hope work went well. I had a small burp. Math teacher said, did you watch Karate Kid growing up? Nope, never seen it. It was something that some friends watched and were really into, but I've never seen it before. We got 110 bits from Dalton Barato. Thank you, Dalton. We got 300 bits from Cabri, who says, I still miss my dogs and they've been gone almost a decade. It gets easier with time to remember the happy moments with them without feeling so sad. Good vibes. Yeah, it's... I have a cat who's been gone for 16 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mittens has been gone for 16 years. And, like, I still occasionally think about her. I think that the emotional impact long-term from Sagan will be much higher because I was a more direct caretaker. Just because, like, when you're, like, I grew up with Mittens, but I was not directly responsible for making sure Mittens got fed or her litter box scooped or anything. Like, that was my parents' responsibility, not mine. And because I took care of Sagan, it's going to be a much more emotional impact. And also because, like, I spent all my time and stuff with him. He was always on me. That being said, it does get easier. When Mittens passed, it was I mean, it was the first time I had, you know, like a big loss in my life, and that was really, really rough for a while. But again, time will heal the wounds, which is helpful. Just knowing that information, you know, going forward.
Yeah.
2 months from Merc2554. Saw that Existential Joker gifted me a sub in November or December, so thank you for that if you see this. For Stephen Amau, I'm developing an interest in making video essays, and I'm starting to compile a stock music library of my own. How do you guys organize yours? I highly recommend the YouTube audio library, actually. And it's already sorted for you, so you don't have to do anything. If you're not already using it, there's a section in your YouTube account. I might just say audio library. It's one of the main options.
I forget what. It's on the left side. I click something.
I highly recommend it. It's all royalty free. It's some stuff has Creative Commons licenses where you'll have to include some text in your description, crediting the artist. Most of them don't even have that, so it's just like use this however you want. And there's so much music in there. I think a lot of times people,
and they're adding more all the time.
Yeah, every month. Every month they add more, and they've added music to it every month for the past like 5 years. So it's thousands and thousands and thousands of songs, and you can sort by genre or mood or whatever. Yeah, as Chaz says, it's a good audio library. When people ask me about music specifically, I'm always pointing them there because it's so good. LB308 gives a sub to MJoseph15. Thank you. 300 bits from LHMS1704. Hello, grandparents. I have a 2 days home exam starting 9 a.m. tomorrow to 3 p.m. on Thursday. Gotta get some good vibes sent my way, please. Yeah. That's a long exam. That's a really long exam. I hope everything goes well. You got this. I always tell people, make sure you get enough rest. And if you've studied even just a little bit, I think you'll be okay. But a 2-day exam that's a lot of exam. That's more exam than I would like to experience. 3 months from Sweet Train 19. This is my first time subbing without being gifted. I'm happy to be able to sub to you guys. Love you, grandparents, and have a lovely morning. Well, thank you. Hope your morning is good as well. 100 bits from OK Ziggy. That's good. 300 bits from Tipsy Taj. asking Siri to give Tipsy some good vibes for his road test today.
Good vibes.
Good vibes. The road test, it's stressful.
Yeah.
You know what's so stressful about it is someone's watching you.
Yeah.
That's when you take a normal exam on paper, like it's just you and the paper and you're just doing your thing.
Someone's not watching your every move.
Yeah, that's the hardest part, is trying to relax when someone is in the car, like.
And the advice I was given was like overly exaggerate movements, like looking behind you.
Really?
That's the advice I was given, because they may not notice you're doing it, so you have to be like be real obvious that you're looking.
Oh.
That's what I was told to do.
Really?
Lost Vagabond says, yep, I was told to.
Whoops. Wow. Everyone is... Okay, listen to them. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me then. Okay. I was really relaxed. Like, you know how I drive now?
Yeah.
That is how I did my driving test. Just like, don't do what I did, apparently. I got through my driving test the first try. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I didn't know that was a. In my no one told me anything, so like in my mind I was like, well, I want to appear confident, and what better way to exude confidence than to just drive casually? Apparently that's wrong.
I was driving my mom's car that I had not driven before. And,
Yeah.
I knew where the lights were and everything, because they're turn on the lights, and they're making sure you know how to turn on the lights. And I accidentally turned on the brights first. And they were like, all right, now turn on the brights. And I was like, oh, wait, that was the opposite one. But I had never driven my mom's car before.
Spark says, didn't your instructor take you to fast food places and stuff? Yeah, but that was my instructor. That wasn't my driving test. God, driving instructor. My instructor also slept in the car and was like, "Oh, you got this."
He took you
and
to
took
the
a
beach
nap.
and you went for a walk.
yeah, that whole thing is could have ended in a very different way.
See, I got this strict instructor, and we were always paired up, so it would be like someone had to observe and the other person drove, and then they'd switch. Because you had to have so many hours of observation, and so they'd count that part as that. So they didn't have to go like pick up kids and drop kids off all the time. And I got the strict instructor, and whoever I was paired up with, like, we were just, I don't know, we were being silly, and we're like, come on, let's go through a drive-thru. And he's like, no. And we're like, that's good experience. And he's like, nope. And so we'd always like try and rib him like that. Like, can we turn the station? We're real tired of like the 60s music. And he's like, nope.
Nope. I'm not going to retell the entire story of my driving instructor, but quick version.
Carly said, but he liked you. And then I had him and he liked me.
Quick version is, yes, as part of the driving instructing experience, we did go park at the beach access and then get out and walk along the beach together. We did drive along the boulevard where he asked me, isn't this the area where you throw the beads at the girls, they'll lift up their shirts? I was 15 at the time. He also took me back to his house because he had to go to the bathroom. I waited in the car. So yeah, it's one of those things that, like, at 15 I was like, this is weird, and at 30 I'm like, Jesus Christ! Anyway. It's fine. I don't think he,
You paid this man?
Yeah, that's, and, like, you know, part of me is like, maybe he was just an odd fellow. And, like, maybe. I don't think he practices anymore.
Someone asked if we learned how to drive stick. I did. Because I had a manual transmission.
I did not.
My Kia Spectra that I had, that we sold about a year after we got married, so it's in the vlog, that was a manual. And I got that car about 2 days before I went for my exam to get my license.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no idea how to drive it, and my mom's boyfriend taught me the basics, and then I was able to drive it. I taught Carly how to drive it, and I took her out on some country roads in Wisconsin, and I was like, you're driving. And then that was the first car she drove, was my stick shift. And then Carly got a manual transmission. But now we don't have any manual cars.
Well, it takes a lot of effort.
It's not. It's just something
I just don't have
do, like putting on your turn signal.
Yeah, if I had experience, you know, doing, then I would be fine. Anyway, I didn't end up really needing the, well, instruction from that driving instructor because I'd had a lot of practice. Because I had been driving my parents around.
Yeah.
For hundreds of hours already, so I was set. So I did fine on my driving test. Except I was super casual because I thought that would be a good thing.
You passed it on the first try.
I know, but
I
it's
had a
still,
friend fail
it's just
it like
really
6 times.
Well, it's just really bizarre when all of chat is like, yes, do what Mouse said, and I'm like, what? And then they keep saying like, yes, exaggerate all your stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, I did not do that at all. 18 months from the Bella Bunny, who says 18. That means twinsies. I shall name them Betty and Boop, and they shall be kitties. Betty and Boop. Can you do the voice?
Please, never do that again.
It's my Betty Boop. She has indigestion. Also, Betty Boop is so old that there's a large portion of people here that have never actually heard Betty Boop speak, so I could have done anything. I'd have been like, you know, Betty Boop.
Can we take chess, please?
Chad says that can't be a new alert. No, because I never want to hear it again. Was it really that inaccurate? That's pretty close, I think, though. I haven't heard Betty Boop speak in a while. It's been a bit, but I think I was kind of close. 13 months from Thunderstriker. Today is the start of my last semester of college. I have class at 11 Tuesday, Thursday, but I should still be able to see the start of breakfast stream. Also, you made this first day so much better by adding hot chocolate. I can finally use all my channel points. Shout out to everyone that has been just hoarding them because they did not want to spend them on either coffee or tea. My sincerest hope... It's doing good. My sincerest hope is that hot chocolate gets closer to catching up with coffee and tea than eggnog did. That's what I'm hopeful for. People are still really suffering from the Betty Boop sound.
I am.
Learned a bit from Decoy Troy. So I'm playing Far Cry 5, and I just wanted to let you know that the enemies in the game are called Peggies. So I'm trying to save Montana from a crazy cult called Peggies, and I think that means I'm fighting the Discord now. I did not know that they were called Peggies. I never played 5. I think Dan played a little of 5.
Yeah.
But I only really ever played 4. Someday I'll get around to trying. Yeah. Did 6 come out? Did I imagine that? Is 6 real? Because I feel like I've seen the box art for 6.
6 isn't out yet.
Okay, so that's why I've seen the box art, but the game's not out. It's just announced. Okay. Yeah, there was a 5.5. It's like what's the one that they there was another like 0.5 Far Cry they made that was like Blood Dragon?
Coffee.
So it's like another that sort of thing, except a full game. New Dawn. There's a lot of Far Cries. 300 bits from Furious Kitty says, I should go back to working on my job application. One step closer to my dream of moving to the US one day. By the way, clown. Love y'all. Good work. Keep it up. Good vibes sent your way for that as well. 300 bits from Gold Major says, so I walked into the Parrot Conservatory to do some research on the Norwegian blue, but they were all dead on the floor. The manager said they were just resting, and as I left, someone yelled at me, Sir, this is an Outback stab house.
It's just resting.
They're just resting. They're just resting.
He's just fighting for the fjords.
Ryan B06, 2033 bits, says, did someone summon me? Hi, Peggy. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. How was Montana? Oh, Montana was good. Things to announce today. If you missed it whenever I talked about it earlier, there's going to be a First 20 stream today. We're going to be playing...
The Royal We.
Sorry. I, alone, by myself.
You and Kepi.
Me and Kepi. I'm going to be playing... I'm going to be playing Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to start with the original Fire Emblem, the one that came out on Switch recently. Faylina had given me a key for that, so I'm going to be trying that out. I'm actually kind of excited about that because that's a Famicom game, and I really want to see how much of it is still intact, because I have a feeling it's going to be very similar still. So yeah. Marth Simulator, yeah. So I'm going to be doing that first, and then I've got a huge handful of games
that you can pick from.
Yeah, I'm just going to let the chat vote on it. So yeah, there's some good stuff in there too. So that is going to be a little bit later. I said 3 p.m. Eastern, and if I can get it going a little sooner, then I will, but let's just aim for 3, because that tends to be where I end up falling anyway. 30 bits from Andrew says, Mal, when you said failed it 6 times, I remembered why I was so scared to take my PLT praxis. There was a girl who said, a girl who told me she had failed the PLT 6 times. After I took the test, it was so easy, I hope she never passed it, because failing that 6 times is a sign she should not step into a classroom.
My friend who failed the driving test 6 times, she's gotten to be a better driver.
Yeah. There's
The PLT was not fun. I
everyone's
was very anxious about the PLT.
everyone's got different experiences. And like some people are very confident when they're driving, some people are not very confident. And then some people are confident but they're bad drivers.
Yeah.
They're like I have met some people that they do not know they are bad at driving. I've met some people that they don't have a lot of confidence, but at least they are aware of that. They're like, I don't really like driving. I do it, and I don't love it, but it's something I have to do. There's other people I know that, like, they are super confident, and they should not be. They are bad at driving. You don't speed up while you go around corners. What are you doing? It's when you use the brake, not the gas. Anyway.
Someone asked what the PLT is. It's a test you take to start your teacher license certification, similar to the ACT and SAT. It's kind of a general test.
Just something that you have to...
Yeah. The reason I passed my driving test the first time was because I didn't have to parallel. They would make you go in the specific area, and if there was a car parked that was a good spot to parallel, then you would have to parallel.
Mm-hmm.
But if there wasn't, they just wouldn't make you do it. But I know here at
So you just skip it.
At our DMV, there's a spot set up to make everyone do it. So
Maximum Tomato says, do you know anyone who isn't confident but are very good drivers?
me,
I don't feel like you're not confident. I mean, so like people who aren't confident in driving tend to be safe drivers. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're super good drivers, because they do need to like be able to react to certain things that may show up. But at least at the bare minimum, a lot of people that aren't super confident are safer because they're aware of the fact that they're uncomfortable, and they are taking it slow, being very methodical. So like you know, there's that. I love driving though, so driving's like 2020 sucked in part because I couldn't go anywhere. I'm like, I want to drive the car, and for me, it's not even about like it's not about like speed or anything. It's just the act of driving is like very therapeutic. I could drive for forever. It's just, part of me is like, man, what if I would have become like a trucker?
I can't drive at night, and I can't
Yeah.
drive with glasses. I have to have my contacts in. So it makes it harder. And you like to drive, so I let you drive. And I have not driven in a very long time because of it.
Mal's actually never driven the car.
Yeah, I have not driven the Subaru yet.
We should probably do that.
Yeah.
We got the car in February last year, so we've had the car for almost a year, the Eurobus. And you know, we only had the car for 14 days, and then Sagan passed away, so we didn't really go anywhere. And then things slowly started to get a little bit better, and then the pandemic hit, and like all of this stuff happened at once, so there was never really an incentive for Mal to like drive the car. But we had talked about it a little bit in like May, I think. May and June, we were like, you know, at some point you should just like take the car around the block or something.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, Mal knows how to drive. It's not
Yeah.
that Mal doesn't know how to drive, it's just she's never driven this specific car.
And even if, like, when we would do rentals or whatever, like, I would not get straight on the highway. I would need to drive it a little bit to get comfortable with a new sized vehicle and
When we get a rental, I
how
just
big
like,
it is. Yeah.
I break the steering wheel apart and then punch through the windshield with it. Learned bits from Shia says, while I passed my driving test, no problem. I did fail my driver's ed driving test. I didn't do anything horrible, but I did a number of small things that ate at my score. For example, as a student, they only want you driving in the right lane unless turning left, and turning into parking spots too wide, whatever that means, is frowned upon. Weird. I guess, like...
Yeah. Pulling out and around.
Yeah. You know what the driving test should be? All the driving test should be is they tell you to go to the parking lot of a grocery store, and then they just tell you to drive through the parking lot. And anyone who goes over 5 to 7 miles per hour is barred from getting a license. That's my biggest problem with people driving. Hands down. That's the biggest... Like, I've driven a lot. I've driven on the roads, the highways, the interstates, whatever, and like, yeah, you come across problems there. But my biggest problem is people flying like a bat out of hell
Through a parking lot?
Through a parking lot. I'm like, what are you doing? You are not going to be able to stop fast enough. There's rows of cars. People can walk out at any time.
Especially children.
You will kill a child. Mm-hmm. Ah! So, you know, that's my biggest thing. That's my biggest thing. So it says, what if the parking lot's empty? I mean, that's different. If the parking lot's completely empty, you could probably go a little bit faster. But I'm always going real slow through a parking lot because I'm like, this is where you would ever... And that's just people. That's not just... And there's other people that, like, they get in their car and that's just... They are in their car and they just pull out. So if you're going fast through a parking lot, there's these people, they get in the car and they're like, I'm in the car, and they just pull out, and then you're just going to T-bone them.
We have a large population of retirees here.
I think that's been helpful for me, actually. I think growing up and seeing, you know, old people drive badly it's been helpful. It's been helpful because
people going the wrong way down the street.
It's been
on the wrong side of the road.
It's a nice reminder of things that can happen, and it makes me painfully aware of all of the possibilities. Whew. Anyway, 300 bits from Thorough Down says, PSA, if you drive a Dodge Ram truck, please don't ride the bumper of the car in front of you. I mean, that can apply to, I guess, any car, but yeah, especially a big old truck. Sorry, I sense that there's a lot of frustration and a lot of folks here that need to get out a lot of things. So... 26 months from Lucas Starks. Hey, Lucas Starks! It says, I mean, technically it says, Halo friends. Oh, did I just put it away finally?
What? Oh, Halo?
I had Halo out. Hello. New Jersey is bad with drivers. I mean, I think everywhere's got different problems. Like, the closer you get to big cities, you've got very aggressive driving. And then the further you get from big cities, you've got the opposite problem.
Yeah. Where
people are just kind of, like, in their own little world. Neither are great. There's a happy equilibrium somewhere in the middle. So...
Everyone in Wisconsin does not like Illinois drivers. But it's mostly because it's people from Chicago going up north and driving like they're still in Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah. And, like, I don't love driving in a city.
Yeah.
Like, when I finally, like, get I'm downtown in a city, there's no part of me that likes that. Can I do it? I can do it. But do I like it? No. And that's where I probably have the least amount of experience, too. Mm-hmm. Because the amount of time we're actually down in a city is minimal. It just sucks whenever you're downtown, you're like trying to navigate and trying to figure out where we need to go, and it's like, we're in the far right lane. It's like, oh, we need to take a left at this light, and I'm like, and there's a million cars, and I have my turn signal on, and you have to like push in. People are honking. I don't want to live in a city.
Yeah,
that's right. It's not where I want to do. Anyway, we talked about the stream. Stream's happening at 3-ish. Other things happening today. Pikmin 2 Side Stories continues. Also, since it's a Pikmin Day, you're also getting an episode of Extra Life. Another Extra Life VOD. And Oh, and I have that vlog scheduled for 1 p.m. So I've got a few things.
Uh-huh.
Got a few things all set up.
Sassy says, what's today's extra life?
Is it busy scissors? Hold on. It's busy scissors.
Yes.
The only game during Extra Life 2020 that crashed. Not because of anything we did, but because the game is bad. The game is so bad that it crashed.
How busy are those scissors?
Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Hope you enjoyed Hot Chocolate. It'll be an addition to the stream for a while. A little bit, so enjoy. Yeah, I hope that I'll see some of you around 3 sometime this afternoon for First 20 stream. Like I said, we're going to be playing Fire Emblem, but then after that we'll be playing handful of game that y'all will decide. And there's some really good choices there. There's some interesting stuff. And also we'll bring back some stuff from the last stream that didn't get chosen.
That's still in the pool of games.
That's still in the pool. Because like Forager was in the pool last time and it almost won, but it didn't win. So I'll put Forager back in the pool today because Forager almost won. So we might play Forager today. We'll find out. All right. Thanks. See you later today for First 20 stream.